Good morning, wrestling fans. It is Sunday, March 3rd, 2024. Lance Brock here. And tonight is the night we all have been waiting for, the final pro wrestling match of the Icon Sting at the AEW Revolution pay-per-view tonight, live from Greensboro, North Carolina, at the Greensboro Coliseum, which is a famous venue in the history of professional wrestling, and it all takes place tonight. And I'm going to talk about the card for tonight's AEW Revolution pay-per-view on this Sunday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. But as I'm walking right now, I got a notification from the Ringside News app, and I'm not surprised by this, but it says that Lex Luger confirms status for Sting's AEW Revolution retirement match. So I take that back. It's not necessarily saying that he is going to be there. So maybe he's confirming that he's not going to be there. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the total package is there, since he was a huge part of Sting's career. I'd say when you think of the Icon Sting, Lex Luger and Ric Flair are definitely two you think of the most. And now let's get into tonight's AEW Revolution pay-per-view. Once again, live from Greensboro, North Carolina, at the Greensboro Coliseum. And lately, AEW has been changing up the commentary team for each match. But unfortunately, on the newest episode of Grillin' JR, Jim Ross's podcast, it sounded like when Conrad Thompson talked that due to the most recent surgery Jim Ross had to have, that he won't be able to attend Revolution tonight to call Sting's last match, which nothing against any of the other AEW commentary team, Excalibur, Taz, Kevin Kelly, Ian Riccaboni, but it would have been pretty awesome. Sting's last match was called by just good old JR, Jim Ross, and Tony Schiavone, since, of course, out of all of them, they have the most experience of calling Sting's matches throughout his career. Yeah. First, I want to say these two matches, the first two, might be going to be on the 0 hour. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think so. In a 12-man tag team match, the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, the acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, with Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, and Switchblade Jay White, will take on the team of Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Willie Mack, Sonam Singh, and Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy, and Mark Quinn. And tag team action, Julia Hart and Sky Blue will be taking on the team of Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale, with Stokely halfway in their corner. Like I said, I am not 100% sure about this, but those matches could possibly be on the 0 hour. And we have, replacing Meat Madness, the All-Star Scramble match, Chris Jericho, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer, Hook, and Brian Cage, Lucha Star Magnus, and Dante Martin from Top Flight. This one should be a pretty big match. But I actually don't think Chris Jericho is going to win this one. I don't know. I think they could give this one to Wardlow. If I had to make a prediction for one guy in this match that I think they're going to have win and go over and maybe give a big push to, I'd say Wardlow. And next up, tag team action, FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler taking on the Blackpool Combat Club team of Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. Should be a good match. Kind of tough to call a prediction in this one, but I might have to go with the BCC actually in this one. And next up, the AEW TNT Championship is on the line. The Patriarchy, Christian Cage, with Killswitch and Mother Wayne and Nick Wayne in his corner, defending against Daniel Garcia. I kind of want to say I kind of see Christian retaining with the interference, of course, with Killswitch and Nick Wayne at ringside. But actually, I'm going to go ahead and predict Daniel Garcia winning this one to become the new AEW TNT champion. Could be wrong. And a match that was made well in advance. The AEW International Championship is on the line. The AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, taking on Roderick Strong from the Undisputed Kingdom, which I'm sure he will have the Kingdom in his corner. Even with the interference possibility in this one, I gotta go with Orange Cassidy, one of my favorite wrestlers right now in pro wrestling. Gotta go with OC. Freshly squeezed is who I'm picking. And this should definitely be a good one. We have members of the Don Callis family going at it. It will be Will Ospreay taking on Konosuke Takeshita. I think this could definitely be a possibility of stealing the show right here. Maybe match of the night. And my prediction for this match, I think Will Ospreay is going to get the win. And then we're going to see a betrayal. The rest of the Don Callis family turning on him. And Will Ospreay is going to go as a babyface. That's how I see this match going tonight. And the AEW Continental Crown Championship is on the line. Eddie Kingston, the Mad King, defending against the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. This is another one, potential of a show-stealing match. Bryan Danielson is one of my favorite wrestlers. But I am going to go with Eddie Kingston in this one. I just gotta go with the Mad King in this one. I just feel it. I think he's going to retain the title tonight. The AEW Women's World Championship is on the line. Timeless Toni Storm taking on her former friend, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo. I think this could be... I know I've been saying this for almost every match, but this definitely could be a show-stealing match as well. But as much as I love Deonna Purrazzo, I see Toni Storm retaining in this one. And the AEW World Championship is on the line. Three-way match. the Samoan submission machine Samoa Joe defending against Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland versus Prince Nana. I could be wrong, but I think it's time to put the title on Swerve. He is definitely over as a top babyface in AEW right now. And I am a big fan of Swerve Strickland. I think it's the right time to put the title on Swerve. And what most people are guessing to be the main event of the pay-per-view tonight, the AEW World Tag Team Championships are on the line in a tornado tag match. For the last time, the Icon, Sting, and Darby Allin with the Nature Boy Ric Flair in their corner defend the AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. This one I actually kind of think, as long as I have watched Sting during my life, I could see him not being selfish, not wanting to have all the spotlight just on him. I could kind of see him wanting to do the favor for the Young Bucks and put them over. Well, they are over, but I could see Sting wanting to do the favor for them and having them drop the titles to him and then still have a career celebration or something for Sting after the match. But if Sting and Darby do retain the titles, I could definitely see Sting wanting it to be where it is a way where Darby Allin goes over really strong and looks like a really big star in this one. I could see him wanting to make Darby look great and put Darby over on his way out instead of himself. I could see Sting being selfless like that, where he would want Darby to get the spotlight instead of himself. But that is all tonight. AEW Revolution on pay-per-view here in the United States, available on traditional cable satellite, Bleacher Report, Triller internationally, DAZN internationally, and I think they might be doing the movie theater thing again in some states of the country. But that is all tonight. And I do hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic available tonight after Revolution and Tony Khan's media scrum post-press conference. Just as long as it doesn't go too late, I hope to have a new episode. But just stay tuned sometime tonight. Like I always say, the best way to keep up with 360 Wrestling Podcast is on X at 360 Wrestling Pod. As soon as there is a new episode right here on Spreaker, it is automatically posted on X at 360 Wrestling Pod. Also Instagram and Also Instagram and Threads at 360 Wrestling Podcast. Sorry, when I'm thinking of things in my head, I have them, and sometimes I get ahead of myself and mess up my words sometimes. Sorry about that. That's all tonight. Hope everyone enjoys Revolution tonight. I know I probably will. And I will also talk to everyone tomorrow morning for the Monday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. And until tomorrow morning, have a great pro wrestling day.